What's good, y'all? It's your boy kcnotes. Today we're gonna be making a hard beat, Pyrex Southside type beat. Apologize, I haven't been here for a week or two. I had dental surgery, but we all good now. I'm gonna be back to bring the sauce through. So let's get right to it. So right here is basically the main sample. And how we made that is pretty simple. So let's get right to it. So the first sound is this Nexus grand piano soft, and this is the MIDI bass we came up with. So basically it's just an F minor chord strummed up, and we got these repeating notes on top just to create a little more suspense. Now we got a bass line that's just going down just to keep it a little darker. So how would you go about creating something similar to this? So I'm just go ahead and delete this so we can just start from fresh. And you can go ahead and choose a scale to help. I'm gonna go with F minor, create the same chords, do it in the same process. Add some notes on top. And with the scale, you can just try the notes and you can do it by ear. And we're just gonna create a bass line that kind of just complements what's on top. You'll find it. And pretty much, you could just repeat that. And you got something similar, something dark, like the basses. And that really captures the same emotion we want. But we're gonna go back and paste in the first MIDI I had. And what really took this sound to another level is the effect we added. So first I went ahead and added some halftime, and I just left it on this 1 bar 2x3 preset. And I also add an EQ just to take out some of the low end. Let's take a listen. Pretty solid. So the next sound is primarily this piano and harpsy sound. There's no added effects after this preset, but I just kept it going down the scale. Once again, you want to make use of notes that are pretty close to each other. Next thing I added was this deep harp preset from Skura, and I just used it to strum out chords to make it a little more repetitive. Things that are a lot repetitive sound a little bit more sinister and dark. So I just got the F minor chord and strummed it out across the whole 8 bars. Next, I just added this synth, no effects as well. It just goes down once again. A brass one shot. And then for the hook, I found this nylon guitar soft preset in Nexus that I just used the same layer as the beginning piano to add a little more variation and change it up a bit. And how you would go about making this is you kept the same strum from the F minor chord. I hit Alt U, which brings up the chopper, You can make it like choppy, like how you heard, and just play with the velocity. For the bass notes, I just kept it sinister, balancing between the F and the C right here, going up and down. I just added this F accent on top just for a little more darker feel. So all of that creates this melody, which all I did was pitch it down 100 cents. And then also for the hook, I put it in Fruity Slicer, put it on beat, just play the attack and decay just to get it that little choppy feel that's like every beat. And this is pretty much a melody we came up with. Pretty fire. Now let's just switch over to the drums. So the first thing in the drums I started with was the clap or snare, snap snare, what I have here, and it just gives it an anchor to build everything else around. Play it on the 3 and the 7th like usual. Then the next thing I added was the 808. I knew I wanted a little more melodic 808s and a little more bouncy 808s, a little more space in between. That's why I added them second. And you can find this 808 in my beast mode drum kit, which is free. Go ahead and hit the link in the description, download it. But this is the 808 pattern we came up with. Pretty fire. It's really not that tough. You just keep the bass notes. I wanted a double hit on the first, and then what you can do is add a lot of variation towards the end of the bar, make it melodic, stay within the scale, and just find that balance in between those two bars. I added some pretty fire hi-hats as where I seen fit. The hi-hats and the melody is what really work in that relationship. And most of my hi-hats complement my melody, so that's how I come up with the hi-hats. You can take a listen and just learn. You'll develop that ear for where hi-hat should fit. Open hat, added another snare, and added this perk. For the final, all I added was this reverse talking texture for the intro, my tags, some transitions, and it's pretty much the final beat. Let's just take a listen.
Casey crazy, that shit wavy.
Now, in terms of mastering, if you think the 808's punching like that, I did the dual soft clipper method, which I showed in previous videos. You should find a link to that video in the top right hand corner. With that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Sorry for not being here, but I'm telling you, I had some time to think, and a lot of fires coming, I promise that. So I'll catch you on the next one.